Welcome to 6G Agenda. I'm your host, Andrew, here again with my man Justin Ward on the chords.
Yo,
And we talk about what they want.
that is what we do.
We do that shit sometimes. You know what I'm
We do
saying?
that
We
shit
we
sometimes.
fucking we fucking try, you know? Man, dude, I'm feeling good. How about you, Justin?
Feeling pretty good, dude.
How about everybody else? I hope you guys are feeling good out there. It's a wild world we're living in. Man, there's so much shit to talk about. We could go right into a chillcast session right now, but I want to get into some silent weapon shit. We kind of hinted at it on Monday. I'm thinking that severance shit really blew my mind,
Yeah.
and it's really on my mind right now. So I'd love to go over that. But first off, we'll get into some of our comments. We appreciate you, M, on Spotify. Right on, man. We tried to really put a lot into that last episode. We're reading straight out of the Majestic file, if you didn't know. We decided to post this one on Spotify and all of our other platforms so people know that we are doing those book clubs on YouTube.
Hell yeah. Yeah, the book club was a lot of fun.
Hey, come join it, man. It's a good time. We had fun. I mean, we go deep. It's not just, we don't just read, you know what I mean? We do a little both, a little everything. One of these days it'd be nice to get some people like live in there with us that have read the book, and we can do like a real deal breakdown with other people. But yeah, so looking forward to that. Sarah Boston, appreciate you as always. I will say, Arnhem Land, Australia, she says their dad had a uranium mine there. That place is gorgeous. It is absolutely stunning. There it is. My dad ran a uranium mine in Arnhem Land, Northern Territory, Australia. Oh, we should say what she said. I'm sorry, dude, but I just realized that she also said, he told me fluoride is a byproduct of that.
Yeah.
Breaking down in the uranium rock. I didn't know that. So anyway, sorry, go ahead.
No, that is kind of wild.
It is.
Damn. No, but yeah, she tried to fucking call me out for getting a Ring and an Alexa. Look, dog.
Yeah.
I have a smartphone. I have a smart TV. They know me. They know who I am.
You're in the
I'm on the internet in multiple different avenues.
Yeah. I know that's a bummer for our people that are like me that listen to this, that are like absolutely unacceptable. But listen, it's okay. We'll get Justin to come around one day. Whenever people are getting marched down the streets, I think Justin will realize, okay, maybe I should have. I mean, maybe Justin's in the camp that he thinks it doesn't make a difference. Hey, I get it. It's hard sometimes to I was thinking about getting a dummy phone, like one of those above phones. They have something called, it's like a de-Googled phone, so they aren't tracking your shit.
Like a fucking clean burner.
Yeah, you're not like sacrificing how good the phone is. It's just de-Googled. So you have everything you would have. It's just not.
Yeah.
It doesn't come with like the Google Play Store and everything else that tracks you and all that shit.
Right.
Julian and King of Kings, thanks for pulling up to the book club. We appreciate you guys coming out. That was a good time. You guys were in there chilling. Man, dude, I mean, Trump's comments about not going to heaven, I don't think I can move into the severance shit without at least bringing that up. Did you see that video?
No.
Oh, you did?
Oh, wait. Yes, I think I did.
Yeah, by now everybody's seen it and probably seen the comments from all these stupid influencers that are saying he deserves to go to heaven for the Gaza ceasefire, which is crazy because they've already, as we're recording this, they've already broken the ceasefire in Israel by bombing Palestinians again. So yeah, go ahead and play it.
Let me get all these fucking ads that I can off the screen first. All right.
You had talked a couple weeks ago, you were doing an interview, and you talked about how you hope to end the war in Ukraine because it might help you get into heaven. How does this help? Does this help?
I mean, you know, I'm being a little cute. I don't think there's anything going to get me in heaven. Okay, I really don't. I think I'm not maybe heaven bound. I may be in heaven right now as we fly an Air Force One. I'm not sure.
What a goober.
Dude, yeah, I think, yeah, man. what I hear in his voice that I wanted to point out is that's a man who knows he sold his soul to the fucking devil, dude. And he's just like, look, man, I'm not getting into heaven, bro. I've done a lot. You don't even know what
Yeah, he's
I've been
like,
involved in.
look,
He's like, I've sold this whole country out. Like, you don't understand.
yeah.
But no, I mean, we'll see. Hopefully not, you know. Yeah. Anyways, very crazy, you know, and then that mixed with the um man, we should just play it. We're gonna do it. Miriam Adelson, whenever he was giving a speech towards Miriam Adelson, Trump Miriam, you could just type Trump Adelson, Adelson, and then you should be able to go to videos. Guaranteed you're gonna see it. Yep, there it is. Yep, that's the
They kept
shortest one.
promising. I never understood it until I got there. There was a lot of pressure put on these presidents. It was put on me too, but I didn't yield to the pressure. But every president for decades said, we're going to do it. The difference is I kept my promise and officially recognized the capital of Israel and moved the American embassy to Jerusalem.
All right, you can move in a little bit. Fast forward a little bit. Right there.
Stand up, man. Stand up.
Talking about Miriam Adelson right here. You're good.
Miriam and Sheldon would come into the office. They'd call me. He'd call me. I think they had more trips to the White House than anybody else I could think of. Look at her sitting there so innocently. She's got $60 billion in the bank.
Jesus
60
Christ.
billion.
Dude, he's calling her
And
out.
I think she's saying no more. And she loves Israel, but she loves it. And they would come in, and her husband was a very aggressive man, but I loved him. He was a very aggressive, very supportive of me. And he'd
he like says he does this thing where he's having two conversations at once, where he's like, man, he's a very aggressive guy. He's a great guy. I love him. Man, he's so aggressive. That guy
He was like, man,
really
you were
crazy.
so aggressive. I loved him.
He came to the White House so many times. Oh man, I told him, I said, I'm president, you can't come here. He came anyway. It's like shit like that where he's like telling on the guy. He's telling on the guy, but he's also like doing it in a way where it sounds like he's
Dude.
praising him. And so they even said he praises her, but if you listen to what he says, he's actually calling her out. Go ahead and play the rest. It's ridiculous.
call up, can I come over and see you? I say, Sheldon, I'm the president of the United States. It doesn't work that way. He'd come in, we would do. But they were very responsible
come in with the
for so
massage.
much, including getting me thinking about Golan Heights, which is probably one of the greatest things to ever happen.
All right, right here, coming up.
One of the greatest things that ever happened. What the fuck?
So bad.
Miriam, stand up, please. She really is. I mean, she loves this country.
All right, right here.
She loves this country. Her and her husband are so incredible. We miss him so dearly. But I actually asked her, I'm going to get her in trouble with this, but I actually asked her once, I said, so Miriam, I know you love Israel. What do you love more, the United States or Israel? She refused to answer. That might mean Israel, I must tell you. We love you. Thank you, darling, for being
Pause
here. That's a
that
great
shit.
honor.
That was a
Look at
joke?
the guy. No, wait. Look at the guy next to her.
Yeah, he's
He's
like,
like,
"Oh
I
my
can't
God."
back it up 2 seconds to where he's like looking around, like right when he says that. It's perfect.
For being
you
here.
go.
That's a great honor. Great honor. She's a wonderful woman.
He's like,
She is
oh
lovely.
my
Thank you,
god,
darling, for
dude.
being here. That's a great honor. Great honor. She's a
What the
wonderful
fuck?
woman. She is a great woman.
All right, we're good. But yeah,
All right.
dude, fucking. I mean, at the end there, he points out, he's like, she's beholden to Israel, man. I mean, that's definitely what it is. But he's saying the quiet shit out loud. And in the beginning of this podcast, whenever we first started, one of the first things I said was, is Trump trying to quietly out what's really kind of controlling things without saying it? And I think he is, but at the same time, he's very, very controlled still. And so, yeah, it is that, but he's also very controlled. So we were kind of onto something with that. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I think
We've
we
kind of
think we were. We tipped on that when we first fucking started.
Yeah, dude, that was in the very beginning.
Yeah.
We came out swinging, dude. We really did. So, without further ado, a little chillcast action. We don't get into enough current event stuff. I mean, everything current event is the shit we talk about at this point. So, at this point, there's no reason not to talk about it.
Mm.
Some of it. Let's get on to Bell Labs, also known as the Severance location. Let's say the TV show Severance was about Bell Labs. It's in New Jersey. So, Bell Labs in New Jersey. Let's go with I'll give you the breakdown of what it is mainstream wise, and then we'll get down into what it is. And I'll tell you, if you didn't hear our last show, my wife tells me, she's like, yeah, we're talking about Severance, the show we're watching. It's a great show. It's all about mind control, everything we're kind of going into with this series of silent weapons. It kind of fits right in. It's kind of crazy.
Mm.
It's pretty much about people that go to work and they don't remember their work life, and when they get home, they don't remember their home life. And as a matter of fact, they treat the person at work it's called an innie. It's an alternate personality of that same person, but it doesn't remember the other person.
Yeah.
They call it an innie, and the person who lives at home gets to go home as an outie. Same person, but they go down an elevator and then boom, their mind switches, right? So it's so fucked up, dude. This guy's wife died. It's a whole thing, but she really isn't dead. It's just to see if he will remember her. And then he does this shit where he looks at these numbers and then has a feeling. And then he puts them into a box, like a certain amount of numbers, into a box that he has a feeling about, into a certain box correlating with an emotion. And then that creates, when he finishes a file, it creates a whole nother alternate personality for his wife, because his wife's in the basement of the same place he works at, and every time he does a file, they bring her into a new room and she gets severed again. So he gets severed once to go work at a place, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where he has a work self and his self. Well, they're testing out through his work how many times they could sever people and then them not remember the other personalities.
What the
She had
fuck, dude?
It's so fucked up, dude. She had 25 personalities by the end.
God
It's so
damn.
fucked up, dude. It's so crazy. So that part might not be necessarily true, but the whole lore behind the place and the lore behind the show itself is true. There's MK Ultra ties. The place, allegedly, you could go down there. There's tunnels of like hallways that you could get lost in. They did a lot of recording of the show inside of this place.
Oh,
And,
damn,
dude,
really?
yeah, and it's all white. Like you can't tell one hallway from the other, and there's just basement levels to keep going. It's fucking crazy, dude.
Damn.
So my point is, my wife tells me one day from us watching this crazy show that clearly has a lot of MK Ultra symbology, and clearly they're telling a story, but I didn't think it was this real.
Yeah.
She tells me, oh yeah, the real Lumen, which is the place it's called, is in New Jersey. I was like, what are you talking about, the real Lumen?
Hmm.
Turns out this place, Bell Labs, this New Jersey lab, by the way, AT&T, we'll get into it, comes out of this place and all kinds of other shit. So it's very,
Whoa.
it's deep, dude. So the center, its historical role as an idea factory that pioneered major technological advancements, a reputation reinforced by its unique, almost mythical its work culture rather, and the subsequent transformations of its iconic Holmdel building into the Bell Works complex. These legends often highlight the concentration of the Nobel laureates, which are people that I guess went on to be nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize, because it's all scientific thinkers.
Yeah.
Like the Big Bang Theory came out of this place. A bunch of other shit came out of this place, dude. It's really nuts. So Bell Labs was famously a place for scientists from different fields that were encouraged to collaborate, leading to a virtuous cycle of basic and industrial knowledge. In other words, this is a cybernetics factory, in my opinion.
Yeah, dude. What the fuck?
Because out of this place came the Big Bang Theory, radio astronomy, the transistor. I mean, it's crazy. So, some legends around this place. In the past, a legendary research institution with stories circulating about scientific fakery and the building's eerie atmosphere which you can see in Severance because they recorded a bunch of it. The building's distinctive modernistic architecture. You should look up the Bell Labs like architecture so we can look at it, because it is like the inside, you know. There was a major scandal involving a researcher who was found to have fabricated and manipulated data in 2002. So that's the above ground place, which is exactly what Lumen looked like. And then whenever you get into the underground hallways, that's where you have like labyrinths of halls.
Yeah.
Maybe you can find hallways. I doubt they'll show you that shit. But it's like abandoned now. They closed it. The real Bell Labs, now known as Bell Works in Holmdel, New Jersey, has inspired a fictional counterpart called Lumen Industries in the TV show Severance, which brought my interest into it. Okay, there you go. Look, bottom, yeah, and also, yeah, that's exactly kind of what the stairs look like. Yeah, dude. So you can't really tell where you're at. All right, let's get into all of the lore behind this place. We've given you kind of a brief overview of the mainstream story, but now we're going to get into all the deep dive crazy shit. It's pretty cool. Okay.
I think I would go insane just standing there.
I know, because it's like so stimulating.
Y-
Wait, go down so I could show you in the show that, keep going, right there on the bottom left, on the left,
That one?
right under it, right under it. That is where they work. Like that's in the show. That's where they work. There's 4 people that work in that room, and then it scroll down from that, from what it
What
offers
the
you from
fuck?
that. Yeah, dude, the place is weird. So like that's what it looks like. See those white hallways? You just can't tell where you are ever. That's what it is everywhere. White hall, white hall, white hall. No numbers on the doors,
Whoa.
no like arrows or anything. It's just like that. I mean, that might not be real, but they're trying to show you like this place was fucked up. You know what I mean? And in real life, it was fucked up.
Yeah.
Pardon my language. Bell Labs wasn't just where the transistor was invented. It's one of the most mysterious, powerful, and quietly influential institutions in modern history. And I just found out about it 2 days ago. I guess technically, if you count how long I've watched the show, I found out about it 6 months ago. Sitting at the intersection of telecommunications, military intelligence, psychology, and emerging technology. So let's get into the rabbit holes. Bell Labs as the hidden brain of the deep state. I've got some notes here for that. Bell Labs wasn't just a research center that created technology. It also had intelligence and surveillance for AT&T, which was pretty much a government backed monopoly. It was created by the NSA, CIA, and DARPA. I mean, it's got a lot of weird ties.
Interesting. AT&T out of all things, AT&T, huh?
Yeah, because Southwestern Bell got bought by AT&T, and Bell, Southwest Bell, I'm pretty sure it had something to do with that. Maybe not. Maybe I'm stretching there. But either way, it bought up everything. Remember when it took over everything?
Yeah. But I got Spectrum.
Well, this was after they had their intelligence and surveillance, you know, foundation established, and then they started buying everything up. Many of its inventions fit perfectly for the CIA and NSA's needs. Former employees ended up in DARPA, NASA, the NSA, CIA, and more.
They absorbed them.
Yeah, so like people would work at Bell Labs
Right,
and then they
right.
understood the technology behind what they were giving to those agencies, and they would go there and they would operate or help run it.
Yeah, yeah, that makes total sense. Why would they fucking fire them?
Right.
They're like,
It's the
these
same thing
motherfuckers know
whenever,
what they gotta do here.
yeah, it's the same thing whenever you see like guys from the World Health Organization go and get a cushy job at a fucking Pfizer. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Or shit like that, where they go back and forth. You know, I work at the National Institute for Health. Now I work for Pfizer. It's like that's clearly a problem, you
Yeah.
know? Bell Labs acted as the research front for the national security state, hiding black projects under the cover of telecom innovation. And that's what we're going to be getting into here, because I think that is definitely what they were doing.
Mm.
The true birthplace of modern surveillance, might have been Bell Labs. They invented and refined nearly every technology used for mass surveillance. The 6G agenda might have been born at Bell Labs.
Damn.
Digital switching for phone call tracking was created there. They created cryptography and data compression, modern operating systems, fiber optics for global data networks, and also satellites and radio arrays for signal interception.
Damn, so that was like the hub for a lot of this shit.
Dude, yeah, this shit was born there, bro. Crazy.
How the fuck don't we know about all this shit until now? We had to wait
What
for
else don't
we had to wait for Hollywood to tell us.
we didn't know about fucking Palantir until when? You know what I mean? And they've been running shit since Prism.
Yeah.
And that's like, total information awareness. That's 2001, man. That's a long time.
Damn.
Bell Labs designed the architecture for the panopticon that we live in today and talk about here on 6G Agenda. But it was long before the internet even existed that they were already doing all this. So Bell Labs and MK Ultra style mind experiments, is that real? Was there any ties to that? Let's find out. So Bell had some behavioral research divisions where they were studying human reactions to signals and sounds, cognitive overload, psychological effects of constant noises and tones, and subliminal influence through telecom signals. So essentially, yes. I mean, these guys worked with Ivy League psychology professors from departments like Harvard, Columbia, Princeton, and all of them are deeply tied to MK Ultra experiments as well.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, so they brought psych people from Harvard and like Princeton, where they had the fucking human ecology fund funding these people to do MK Ultra. Then they come with what they've learned.
Yeah.
Now that MK Ultra is kind of not done, but like we've learned a lot. Now we're gonna start applying it over here to our actual telecommunications or whatever, and see what happens.
Damn.
Yeah, so this is where it went from theory and experiments and theory to being actually instituted into technology for experimentation as well. And then now here we are. I believe it's here. And that's why we have shows like Severance telling us about it.
That's fucking crazy, dude.
Bro, out of this world, man. Bell Labs helped develop psychological manipulation through technology, like we said, paving the way for media programming and technocratic control, dude.
Damn.
So we can get more into the MK Ultra ties in a minute, if we get time. But we got a little bit more actually coming. You guys are about to see. It's crazy. Project X was a dark secret that not many people know about as well. So this was a massive Project X for Bell Labs. And we're going to look into this scandal. So this was in the 60s through the 70s. There was a mass surveillance program. Does it talk about it?
A little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Kinda.
Competitive reselection process. Yeah. Let's see here. Let's see. Maybe I could get some more details for you to look up keyword-wise.
Okay.
They monitored every phone call in certain regions, created behavior profiles on individuals. Try behavior profiles. Predicted patterns based on voice and call metadata. So essentially, this is the technology of the predictive policing being created. It was basically Prism before the internet existed, like I said. This is nuts, dude. So let's see here. Project X focused on the behavioral profiles at Bell Labs. Does not appear in public records. However, wait, no, this was in the 60s and 70s. Maybe type that too.
All right.
God, dude. Google scrubs shit, bro. Like, it's been proven they scrub shit. And somebody told us we need to start using Brave and DuckDuckGo.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
agree. Dude, they're fucking lying. All right, go. It's fine. Let's see. Okay, human factor research. This work primarily focused on the user experiment and customer-facing technology. Okay, studies on optimal layout for push-button telephone keypad. Human performance technology. Go to understand and improve human interaction with. Okay, so that's what it was. See how earlier I said they're hiding it under innovation?
Mm.
That's kind of, it's not going to tell you because it's saying it's to understand and improve human interaction within the complex of automated systems. So essentially, they're doing it, but they're not doing it in a way where you can, like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But you know what? Look no further than Palantir um and Gideon Software to know that they were doing this because they have the technology now. So, but yeah, they were running total information awareness pretty much before the NSA. Let's see here. Look at that. First thing that comes up is probably literally like exactly what we're talking about, dude. Whenever you go to DuckDuckGo. Oh, error. They got rid of it, dude. Oh my God. So they did delete it off of Google. Okay, so it'll show us that they had it there and now it's gone. So there was 23. Let's see here. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't really
23
say.
operating telephone companies, Western
Here it is.
Electric and Bell Labs with computers becoming.
They
it doesn't
aided
really-
quantitative modeling and analysis to be applied in the industry to day-to-day operations such as, and then probably got into people.
Yeah, and then it gives us this.
It's crazy, guys. So you see, we're on the right track here, dude. But they wipe shit out, man. You can only do so much. If we really got deep, we could find it. Oh, dude, it's probably in there somewhere. Oh, do controlled search.
God damn, there's a whole book.
Control search, and then type behavior. And let's just see here. We're gonna do a little research, guys. Zoom in so we could kind of see what we're referencing. Okay. Intelligent. Okay. Control mechanical mouse to see. Okay. Okay. See what else we got.
Only says one of one.
Predictive. Type predicting. Predictive. This is gonna be
One of one.
dumb. Well, fuck it. We'll figure it out sometime, guys.
We'll find it.
Bell Labs. This is what I was gonna get to a minute ago, though, that I was excited about with MK Ultra. Bell Labs had some connection with Operation Chaos and COINTELPRO, which we've talked about on our first episode. COINTELPRO and Fort Bragg and things like that. AT&T and Bell Labs quietly cooperated with the FBI and the CIA. They gave unrestricted backdoor access to anti-war activist calls. And they built tools for voice print identification of dissidents. So pretty much they were doing the same thing with the tapping phones and man, dude, they've been doing this shit since the 60s and 70s.
Yeah. Hello.
So this horn antenna discovered the Big Bang signal, which is something that they created. The same antenna was used for satellite espionage, and many Bell scientists claimed they were shown classified materials that possibly related to some kind of extraterrestrial or intelligent life. Bell developed materials science breakthroughs like semiconductors, lasers, and superconductors suspiciously fast. They could have been in contact with some kind of entity as well. That's all. Go ahead.
They came out with the cell phone into 73.
Dude, see what I mean? These guys, bro. It was during this time that all this was being created. Bell, did Bell come out with that? No, it was Japan.
Nah.
First cellular network in Japan.
It was the first
Motorola,
network. But
Motorola.
yeah.
Yeah. Bell Labs and AI before the AI era. We have Bell Labs working on voice recognition in the 50s, neural network models in the 60s, machine translation in the 70s, and then early chatbot and predictive text long before AI ever hit our mainstream. So realistically, we're no further in the AI realm. The difference is they're handing it to us because they're manifesting change. And what is that change they're manifesting with this AI that they've programmed to silo us into our own ideologies even deeper? That's the question.
Yeah.
Is it that they want us to have total chaos so that way they could destroy nation states because we have such chaos in America that we end up fighting or saying, fuck this, we don't want the Constitution, whatever it is. And it'll work out in their favor. I believe that's what they're doing.
I
And I
mean,
believe that it'll lead to the surveillance state that they built.
yeah, I think they're making people used to all this policing. You know what I mean? They're making it normal now. And they're making people want it because they're advertising all this fucking crime in the cities and shit.
Oh, 1,000%, dude. I really think that as well. Trump, constantly bringing up the Insurrection Act. What we've talked about before with the National Security Directive documents that allow them to have ultimate power. And then you have Stephen Miller literally say he has plenary power, which means absolute power, unchecked. And then he goes quiet because somebody's in his ear like, yo, shut the fuck up, right? Pardon my language. And then, boom, he comes back like, oh, yeah, it moves on from the conversation. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, they're saying the quiet part out loud pretty heavily lately. And he felt emboldened enough to say it on national television.
He's toying with it too. Like he's not hiding the fact that, like, as far as the Insurrection Act goes, he's talking about, he's like, "Yeah, I'll do it if I need to."
He keeps hinting at it. And then he's talking about sending tomahawks over to Russia, or Ukraine rather. And then Russia says we are going to war if you do that.
Yeah.
And he's like, he literally after that goes, well, I'll consider it. Like, bro. And then you got fucking China's like making a move for the Panama Canal right now, apparently. And as well, they're like controlling 95% of the mineral resources of like that, for like heavy metals that get mined for technology and shit. Very important shit. There's a lot going on at once right now.
Yeah.
Shit's about to hit the fan. Netanyahu's going to court again. I can tell you something's coming, dude. You know what I mean? And it's funny because, right after Netanyahu talks about these missiles that are going to come to Chicago and all these other places, I see a show, A House of Dynamite. This is the show. An intercontinental ballistic missile is bound for Chicago. In the
Wow.
director's unsettling drama, arriving in select theaters before streaming on Netflix. I was like, I wonder who made this. Wouldn't you know it? Members of the tribe. Out here pushing a narrative, bro. And that's really what it is whenever you get down to it, dude. It's like when Netanyahu says that, and then you make a fucking show about it that you probably been made a while ago, or
Yeah.
a movie or whatever. This is ridiculous. The propaganda's on another level. It shows you that they've
It's
been pre-planning to
ridiculous.
say this for long enough that they already had a movie in the fucking chamber, dude.
Yeah. They're like, "All right, let's make this one. We'll put it on the shelf
Yeah.
when the time
And
is
then you
right."
got Jared. And then you got Jared Kushner, the fucking Antichrist from the first, Trump, whatever. He's part of half of the. He's part of the reason why we were on COVID lockdowns. He did a lot of the Israel. He was a part of the foreign policy shit with Trump and his last shit. He picked a lot of the guys in the cabinet this time. He's the one who negotiated the peace deal with Gaza and Israel. He also is the guy who said we're going to build those hotels and everything in Gaza for the billionaires to go there. The Riviera in the Middle East, Trump calls it.
Yeah.
That was Jared Kushner's idea, and he talked about it months before Gaza even happened, dude. Or while they were in the middle of the war, he talked about doing it.
Mm.
And so him, Peter Thiel, and I think Ellison are they're all gonna make it a nice haven for billionaires to all go.
How wonderful.
Crazy. But anyway, back to Bell Labs. It was dismantled in the 1980s to 2000s, but instead of disappearing, it became, or the people rather, were distributed into Google, Microsoft, DARPA, OpenAI, Facebook, IBM, name a company that's controlling things now. That's where those people went, right?
Yeah.
So it's time to go take our experiments in scientific hypotheses and put them into action because we've now proven we can build this system. And you only take the people you can trust to go have them do it. So really, it didn't die. It was just fractured and then reabsorbed into larger technocratic control corporations. So the original Silicon Valley in the shadows was Bell Labs. Bell Labs was the future. And now you see BlackRock and Bill Gates and everybody, they're buying up electric grids,
Mm-hmm.
power companies. Bill Gates is buying up all like the soy plantation, like he's buying all the farm shit
Yeah.
because they're going to manufacture a food crisis, and it's going to be because of Bill Gates.
Motherfucker.
I mean, dude, he owns all the land. Like he's buying up all the land.
Yeah, all the
Right now, we're
farmland.
having. Yeah, I heard that we're having issues where like somebody's trying to take the soybeans because they cut us off from soy beans. So we're sending money to Argentina because China's trying to get their soybeans. So we're sending money to them to let us get them. And at the same time, Bill Gates is like, I think it's a good time to go buy up all the soybean farms. This is
Motherfucker.
it's
He
just
better not, dude.
it's dude, manufacturing a crisis, bro.
I hunt on right on a fucking farming field, and they planted soybeans this year. They do corn and soybeans, but they better chill.
Yeah, dude. I mean, he's getting all the. What they're doing is buying up the infrastructure of the future, which is resources, owning all of your resources, your farmland, and all of your energy.
Yeah.
Energy and resources are going to be the control mechanisms that they use on us, along with financial. So it comes down to economic,
Mm-hmm.
resource, and energy. And these are the three things that they're buying up. And it should worry the fucking shit out of everybody, man.
It kind of reminds me like I drove past the fucking field on the way to somewhere not too long ago, and it was just a freaking mile or two of solar panels.
Really?
Yeah, and I was just thinking like that's the downside of solar that people don't necessarily think about. It takes up all this fucking land just for chunks of metal to absorb UV. And yeah, it's
And they've
power. It
proven
might
it
be
doesn't.
powering your house and powering a block or something like that, but it's taking up all this fucking land.
Yep, and they don't care about that. They're
No.
gonna move everybody, pack them into a smart city, and half of that shit doesn't even work that well.
Yeah.
You know?
More and more houses, like the houses you see now, like the new builds, they're getting closer and closer.
Yeah,
The space
they come
between
with-
houses is gone.
they're right on each other, dude, and they all come with the smart fucking meters, and yeah, no good.
Mm.
So Bell Labs is labeled the technocratic priesthood of the 20th century. That's what I call it. The beginning.
Nice.
Where it all started. It built the surveillance, built the computing, built the AI roots. It also built communications, worked with the CIA, NSA, shaped psychological control systems, and here we are. So, the disappearances, there were some old rumors, some researchers left for lunch, never came back. Co-workers were told that they resigned, but families never saw them. One janitor claimed that entire office setups were cleared overnight, which is something that happens in the show.
Whoa.
Someone was wiped from existence, pretty much. I mean, that's what they do. Bell Labs had its own internal police force. Local cops were told to stay off the property.
Imagine being told that as a police officer. Wouldn't that make you want to go there more? Actually,
Why
no.
wouldn't it? Yeah.
I mean, depending on who you
no,
are.
not whenever whenever it's the local legend, it's like people that go in there don't come back.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. As a
Don't
police
do it.
officer, you're probably like, all right, I'll stay away.
Yeah, former employees say there were lower levels not on the public blueprints. One legend, a contractor took the wrong freight elevator, went too deep underground, and he was never seen again. They told his family he had a heart attack and no body was released.
Oh, shit.
So there's been people who said that the bottom levels were off limits, even to senior staff, and that security down there was like a military base. And so he accidentally went down there and never came out.
He got fed to the fucking Demogorgon, dude.
Don't go down there now. People go down there, don't come back here.
That's so fucked.
That's crazy, dude. You're done. You're out of here, bro.
Yeah, you're out of here, dude.
man.
You clicked the wrong button on the elevator. You're fucked.
So similar to the Marconi incident in the Marconi labs, there were a lot of suicides that spiked around the 60s to 80s. Multiple cases of Bell engineers found dead in cars, like before,
Mm-hmm.
suicides on work property, falls from inside stairwells, and accidental overdose of experimental drugs. So a lot of these families didn't believe the suicide claims and said that the employee was working something that they weren't allowed to discuss. And so those people happen to be the ones who died.
Yeah.
Right? And yeah, man.
Funny how
that's
that
pretty
works,
nuts,
huh?
dude. Mm-hmm. There's another legend, dude. I mean, there's so many legends around this place. The voice in the walls legend. There's a maintenance worker reported hearing voices, phone rings, and Morse code in certain hallways when the power was cut. One technician
Fuck
said he heard
no.
multiple languages being spoken over silent intercoms. This is crazy, dude. So it seems like they were testing acoustic warfare, subliminal messages onto the people. So in other words, the people that worked there were experimented on without them really knowing.
Bro, they fucked with the janitors and the maintenance
They're
guys,
fucking with
dude.
people.
That's
Yeah,
so
they're
fucked
fucking with
up,
people,
man.
dude. No, yeah, dude. That's dude, that's what the show is pretty much. It's like everybody's like a part of an experiment and they just don't know it. They think they're going to work and then they go home and they don't remember what they did at work, so it's perfect to
That's
experiment
so
on them.
fucked, dude.
It's all MK Ultra, dude. That's exactly what the fuck it is, bro. It's so
Imagine a
crazy.
fucking janitor. He's just like mopping the hallway or some shit. They cut the
Yeah.
power on his ass, and they're like, "All right, let's fuck with him."
For real, dude. Bro, here's the thing. This might be another. So the Fort Bragg thing, like some people have talked about it. This one right here, bro. This might be the one for us. You know what I mean? Like this is
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
our
dude.
this might be our thing. I think we're gonna deep dive the shit out of all these bullet points that I'm going into now.
Fuck
I'm
yeah.
gonna get all the details on this shit, and this is gonna be our thing, bro. Like when we go on tinfoil hat, I might have to bring this one up, bro, because this is
Yeah,
something nobody
dude.
talked about, and this is might be the one, man. Because I like to try to find. I outsource a lot of research, and not all my stuff is just found by me.
Mm,
I'll admit that, but I do a lot of connecting myself. This, as far as I know, I'm not going off anybody else's shit. 'Cause
yeah,
I've been
yeah,
getting into this, so this is pretty cool and fun to find a new find.
for
One that I
sure.
don't see many. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
this is
cool.
dope.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to your wife for putting it up, put you on.
Shout out, shout out, shout out, shout out, baby B. So the Homedale time slip and UFO portal rumors also were a thing around this Homedale site that we're talking about, home of the horn antenna, which also is the one that heard the Big Bang, right? So this
Mm.
is like it all gets into the alien shit too, right? Weird report: strange humming in sky would glow at night. There was animals refusing to go near the site. There's workers experiencing missing time and multiple UFO sightings over the water tower.
Hmm.
And it also said this: if you go near the tower at 3 a.m., time feels wrong. So it seems like they were practicing some UFO technology there.
We gotta go there, bro.
I know. Well, that lays credence to the Glock, whatever. There's like a Glock experiment that the Nazis were doing that apparently they worked on at Bell Labs.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's the Bell, the one that like flies. Dude, if that's the case, that's why they were finding UFO sightings right there.
Yeah.
Right? So again, there's like more shit to research, but this, yeah. Look up Nazi GLOCKE experiment, Glock experiment. So there's a lot of like people feeling like they were being watched in Murray Hill.
ELOC what?
KE experiments. It's a conspiracy theory, but okay, the Die Glock conspiracy theory they put in parentheses. Go to the pictures.
Glock. Glocka.
Yeah, what? Yeah, okay, it is the Bell that I thought it was. Okay, so if that's the case, Bell Labs, by the way, this looks like a bell. They called it Bell Labs. They brought the Die Glock there, started working on it. They called it a conspiracy theory in parentheses, just to keep you from like
It would
even thinking about.
the pronunciation would be Glocka.
Yeah, and this thing can allegedly it could like hover and do all kinds of shit.
Yeah, that's pretty
So
wicked.
there's a lot. This is one of the biggest conspiracy theories out there, though, is that bell. You know, it's a big one. So that might have went to Bell Labs. If that's the case, then the UFO sightings and all that could have been them perfecting whatever technology the Nazis were working on. So not everything happened in Area 51 or Area S4, right? They felt constantly observed, these people at Murray Hill who worked the night shift. Cameras were insanely in weird places, like bathrooms and stairwells. Security would appear instantly if you lingered in certain corridors. Some workers were suddenly escorted off and never returned. And many believe that there was psychological testing that was going on without people's consent there that worked there. And that's exactly what the fuck we were thinking, dude.
Yeah,
That's what it
bro. The
was.
fucking maintenance guys and the janitors, they didn't think they signed up for that shit.
They didn't, but
Like,
they
how much
did.
are you paying? Fucking A.
Right.
All right, bet.
Well, when they signed the NDA disclosure, they probably signed away that too at some point, you know?
Yeah.
Because I'm sure they all signed NDAs.
Probably gave them a thick ass packet and they were like, you want to read this? No? All right.
Nah,
Go
that's
ahead and
fine.
sign here.
Yep. So Whippany site, which is a different site, but it's part of Bell Labs. Whippany Lab focused on acoustics, noises, and human factors, and there was experiments on humans allegedly. Dogs would bark at the building constantly. Windows were sealed permanently. People said they could feel vibrations in their teeth when they stood by.
That
And
would
a former
explain like dogs barking or some shit like that.
right, they're like, oh, I could hear
Yeah,
the
they can
whistle.
hear some shit.
A former guard claimed there were rooms people screened from, but they were soundproof. Dude. So this is where it gets into the tunnels. So there's secret tunnel systems that no one denies. Nobody denies the secret tunnel systems, by the way. This is one that, like, everybody says this.
Yeah.
Multiple former employees confirmed underground tunnels connecting buildings. Some locals claim the tunnels extend off campus to other facilities, like Fort Monmouth or Camp Evans. And one urban explorer says the tunnels under Bell Labs are bigger than the buildings above them. Pretty crazy. So there's a lot of cancer, neurological disorder, and a high spike in cancer around Murray Hill as well. Probably that's what the fucking chatter in the teeth was. You know what I mean? It's whatever radiation or EMF field they have right there.
Yeah.
And they're practicing like technology and how it works on people in electrical grid shit. So makes sense.
Right.
I mean, whenever you get a Wi-Fi box and look at it, it literally says it causes cancer. And they're like, oh no, it's just California just makes them label it that way. It's like, why do you think that is though?
Yeah.
You think that's fake? Like, what the fuck are you trying to say?
I
Oh, that's just
think-
California. We're in Missouri. That doesn't matter.
We're
fucking,
fine, dude.
You know, Chicago. What's that matter? It's like, are you retarded? What? So when something weird happens, dude, the police blocks everything. Press gets no access. Bell Security handles it all internally. NDAs are enforced and families silenced and payments probably settled. And that's it. Done. This is how military black sites behave, dude.
That's fucking
100%.
crazy, dude. A family who's like mom or dad doesn't come home, or husband or wife.
Yeah.
How much money does it take for them to stay fucking quiet? Or do they get taken too?
If somebody came up to you right now and said, Justin, you're doing this show with this guy. He's a fucking psychopath. How about this? And then they'll give you a bunch of reasons why I'm crazy, and it'll sound pretty good. I mean, this is kind of the realistic how it would go.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then they go, listen. I'm gonna give you $2 million. You go start working with this other guy. All right? He's gonna maybe it even looks like me, or maybe it's just somebody totally different. Who knows? And this other guy doesn't talk about this shit, right? Would you do it?
2
$2
million?
mil, bro. And they convince you that like I'm a crazy person too, pretty well. At least do a decent. They lay a good argument, which isn't hard to do, but you know,
Depends on the time of day, I guess.
that's a good answer. I love that. It's like, okay, is this pre or post first morning shit? Like, what are we talking
Yeah,
about?
dog,
Here, right?
like,
It's
yeah.
like,
Has anything
it's
already
like-
pissed me off today, or like
Yeah.
have I been smooth?
have I had my coffee? Have I had
Yeah.
my coffee yet? Or like, you know, yeah, that's great. I love that. All right, cool, good answer. Yeah, that's when I'll accept that. Neural implants and memory firewalls, like in the movie Severance, are in development. So DARPA has programs for targeting memory erasure, cognitive compartmentalization, neural lace communication, and closed-loop brain-computer interfaces, which is essentially everything that the show is kind of about,
Yeah.
but not. DARPA's SUBNET programs direct interface with emotional centers to regulate mood and memory. And also, Elon's Neuralink is pretty much the civilian-friendly cover, you know, for this. But again, who funded him? The CIA venture arm QIntel, rather, backed Tesla and SpaceX, and he gets DARPA contracts The guy's a fucking military contractor that is out here giving us the public version of what they've been doing at Bell Labs, you know? Bell Labs was basically Lumen Industries in real life. It was a giant labyrinth building, entire underground levels unknown to staff, corporate cult energy, bizarre art everywhere, ritual-like corporate ceremonies, which is true. For sure, like that's one that's not like like, oh, this guy was there and said this.
Mhm.
That was part of their thing. Internal police, which is true also. Employees didn't know what other departments did. The compartmentalization you usually only see in a military industrial situation.
Yeah.
And some employees never left the building. They literally lived there.
That fucking sucks. They
Yeah.
lived at work, dude. But they have bunk
Mhm.
beds.
Yeah. So to the outward person, the layman, they think, oh, this is just a quirky, like kind of science culture. But in reality, it's a compartmentalized black project hub. Pretty crazy.
Yeah.
So, you know, when you consider like Stephen Miller and him like glitching like that, there could be something else going on with that, or it could just be as simple as he fucked up and somebody was in his ear. But he stood there for a long time, like just stuck.
That was
And
his
that was like,
fucking life flashing before his eyes, I think.
it could have been. It was an unnatural amount of time though, where it
Yeah.
was like at some point you go, something, right?
I
You
think
do something.
didn't at some point he gave up the the smile and he was like,
Oh yeah, instant. No,
like
that's
he
how it
just
was the
fucking
whole time. He was
sat
like this.
there.
He just sat there like this. And then he came back with a smile on his face.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right.
Yeah. It's crazy, dude.
Oh, fuck.
So Bell Labs did work on exactly the type of things you see in the show. Cognitive fragmentation, human-machine integration, behavioral prediction, subconscious responses to signals, and also adaptive interface systems, early brain-computer models, pretty much. And they called it human-machine integration, HMI. Merge man and machine mentally. So pretty much what did I say at the beginning of the show? Cybernetics,
Cybernetic
dude.
shit, yup.
Bro, we know what we're doing here, bro. I'm sorry, I get excited sometimes whenever, like, I just know that this shit is.
Yeah.
I just feel vindicated because I know that we talk about crazy shit, bro, that people are like, what the fuck, bro?
Mm-hmm.
It's all provable, dude.
Bro, this
It's
is
out there
dope
for
as
anybody to see.
fuck because it reminds me of Cyberpunk. And like that game was so fucking sick. But you could do this, like you could hack people's fucking minds in that game and literally get them to die.
Wow. Yeah.
Like,
I've heard
it's
of other
fucking
shows like that too.
Dope.
Yeah, I've heard of other shows like that too, where people like upgrade, depending on like their class system, they can upgrade quicker, get better shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Whatever. I mean, it sounds like the future for sure. But Severance even symbolically references Bell Laboratories. There's retro future offices, which is just how the 1960s. So, like that office I showed you with the green and white, that's how Bell Labs kind of had their aesthetic was back then.
Yeah.
And there was also a cult-like employee handbook. If you watch the show, you'll see what I'm saying. These guys are fucking crazy, dude. Like, it's weird. And Bell Labs manual, yeah, it's real. The Goat Room. Bell Labs had bizarre sound labs with animals in them. There was a room that had goats in it, dude. Like it was like grass in the room. Like you walk in a room and there's just a hill. It looks like but there's still like white walls. But there's also grass, and you're like, what the fuck? And then there's goats everywhere. And you're like, what the fuck are they doing? And then every time he finishes a file, she gets a new personality created. They go kill a goat, dude. They sacrifice a goat.
That's what I was just about to ask, if it was for
symbolic.
sacrifice.
Yes, in the show it is. Yeah, it's
What
so
the
symbolic.
fuck?
And you watch it and you're like, dude, oh my God, this is crazy. So anyway, the Goat Room, that's a real thing, which is crazy. There's wellness sessions, psychological profiling rooms at Bell. And the founder worship. They worship the founder in the Severance. They're like praise Kier and all this shit. Bell founders were treated like prophets as well. So this is like legitimately a reconstruction of a real thing.
Whoa.
Ben Stiller was one of the executive producers on this show.
Oh, yeah?
He made the show pretty much.
That's dope.
I want to know what he knows.
Ben Stiller's the
Because
shit,
how
dog.
the fuck did he know? How the fuck did he know about this before we did? We looked this shit up. How did he know about it?
What if he was there and made it out, dude?
Oh, it's crazy. Yeah.
And I like the actors that's in it too. The fucking main guy. I always
Oh, he's
blank on
great.
his
Yeah,
name, but I like that
I do
actor.
too.
He's dope.
Something Scott, Adam Scott or something.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I
Yeah.
think that is his name actually.
Yeah, I killed it.
Nice.
So why would they show this to the public? Obviously, we could answer this now. Predictive programming, clearly. Normalize it, Make it kind of sound good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't want to fucking deal with work. But we're already kind of in proto severance if you think about it. I mean, how much do you remember about your fucking day? The
Most of
bombardment.
it.
We've talked about that. We talked about this on the show though, where it's like, we're not too far from them just kind of making us black out and not remember it.
I'll be honest.
Like truly, we're not that far from it.
I've been smoking a little bit less weed recently, so I've
Yeah.
been getting more of my fucking day. I
That's good.
can remember most
can
of my
notice
shit now. Yeah,
You've noticed the difference.
I have.
I noticed the difference, and I didn't change anything. I just started remembering things a lot more recently. I was like, "That's odd," and then it's kind of back to what it was. I'm like,
You're just
huh,
getting more
what
clarity.
the fuck? Yeah, and then it goes away. It's like, what?
It comes in
what?
waves.
That's not right. So Bell Labs was phase 1, essentially. That's what we're getting at. This is our final thoughts here. Silicon Valley is phase 2. AI, Neuralink, digital ID, CBDCs are phase 3. And that's coming right now.
Mhm.
Severed minds might be phase 4, dude. Where they just make you not even remember your enslaved life.
Yeah.
You get to spend like 5 hours a day loving life. The other fucking part of you is inside of a pod somewhere, virtualized, just stuck there,
Fucking
like,
done.
yeah. We never know what's coming, dude,
Damn.
So Severance might not even been warning us. It might have been bragging,
Yeah.
So we will get more into, I mean, this is all just MK Ultra, like the mind splitting idea of MK Ultra and everything. DARPA does pick up where MK Ultra leaves off with the SUBNET programs, which is system-based neurotechnology for emerging therapies. You can look that up if you want to learn more. Implants that alter mood and memory in real time. So this is all restoring active memory. That's another thing that they're doing with this technology. So, I mean, they're definitely using whatever the fuck they were working on. And there is so much more to learn into that. Bell Labs, man. Bell Laboratories might be the next big deep dive after Mystery Babylon. We got so many things coming, So
It's next in line.
Yeah, dude. 6G agenda, fucking foundation, it goes right into everything else we've talked about. It's so crazy how it all intertwines, everything we talk about. It's not like we do that. Like, I don't sit here and go, how can I intertwine everything together perfectly like this? I don't do that. It really just comes that way.
Yeah, I think it's wild that it's been this long in our lives and we haven't heard about any of this shit until now.
It's insane. Now I'm like, the seal's broken. I'm about to
dude.
be going into this for a few months and we'll get back to you. But
that cat's out of that motherfucking bag, dude.
For real, man. Like the initial research that we have here, I'm going to try to perfect this hour nutshell that we have here, because we're taking this out on the road, dude.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? We're taking this out on the road, bud.
Fuck yeah, we're taking this on tour, dude.
We're working on a big appearance, all right, guys? All right? I'll let you guys figure out what it is when it happens. I don't want to jinx it, so we're just going to wait and see what happens. But, I'll tell you what. I've been doing some heavy work networking and, trying to get out there and talk to people, and it might be paying off. So we're not, clearly we're not fucking some paid like voices. So, hey, if we can do it, anybody can do it. That's a fact. But also, it makes me kind of realize, like, there's some inorganic rises and then there's like some organic, and you could tell what the difference is when you look at the numbers. Look at the numbers.
Yeah.
Right? Like, for instance, Nick Fuentes. He's got like 1 million people on Twitter and stuff, but he's got like 65 likes on his actual podcast. To me, that tells me he's an inorganic. Nobody really listens to him like that, right? For us, we have such a low like listener count at the moment that us getting on the tinfoil hat shows, we're not like oh fuck, I'm just putting that out as an example. But like, say we got on there, or like Joe Rogan, right? That would show like, all right, they must have did some work to do that or pulled some strings or something. But
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
it's not because they're paid, because these motherfuckers got nobody listen to them. But also at the same time, you know, that could go both ways. It's a hard world out here, man. It's hard to know. I'll tell you what. As long as I'm still working 2 jobs, or machining all the time and shit, I know I'm not getting fucking paid. So I'll tell you that right now, bro.
That's right.
Speaking of that shit, go check out our Buy Me a Coffee or Venmo. That's all below the show. We got our handles for our social media. Please follow those so you know when the book club is coming. Definitely want you to join the live shows. We got all kinds of other live shows we're gonna be doing, like Chillcast, etc. We'd love to see you guys there for some live events.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude. Outside of that, Chillcast coming up soon. Next week on Monday. Probably get that out. We got a lot of shit to talk about. Shit has been crazy.
Yeah, dude. Shit's been going on out there.
Yeah, and all of our other Chillcasts have been taken up by guest appearances, things like that, which is great. We love it. But yeah, time to get back to me and Justin fucking talking about the world, dude.
Yeah,
What's going
dude.
on? From the 6G perspective, you know?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, man. Yeah, go give us some support, some love. Check out our Patreon. I'm gonna release a new episode on there that I have to keep behind a paywall. It just needs to stay that way. So this particular episode, I mean, we went a little hard. Dustin Nemos, definitely check it out. You could even do the free trial. Dustin Nemos came on and we had a good time. So definitely come see us here again soon. We appreciate you coming and checking out this wild fucking new deep dive we're gonna be getting into.
Fuck yeah.
It's crazy. Fucking open up a can of worms, dude.
Time to go fishing,
All right.
dog.
Fuck yeah, man. Yeah, hey, I'm going camping this weekend, dude.
Oh yeah, you
So maybe
are.
I won't be fishing, but I'll be camping. You know.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
It'll be a good time. So yeah, we'll be a little busy. We'll get that recording Sunday night for Monday.
Hell yeah.
Y'all take care. Thanks for coming. We'll see y'all next time.